Now, everyone has a video game that I think really means something to them. Now, for some people, it's their very first video game. And for other people, it's a game they've sunk countless hours into. Or maybe, if you're that kind of person, it's League of Legends, in which, please stay away from me. But for me, and for several other people, I think that game is obviously Banjo-Kazooie. Now, Banjo-Kazooie is what I see as the perfect video game. It just has everything I could ever want, and still never gets old, even on my actual 78th playthrough. Now, if it ain't obvious, Banjo means a lot to me. I mean, I've got plushes, shirts, even a fucking painting. I have an obsession at this point. It's been my favorite game for quite some time, and the fact that we might never get to see the Baron Bird star in another game makes me just extremely sad, to say the least. Now, I won't go over the history of Rare, as I'm sure you've all heard it a million fucking times. But I hope that one day I can see the objective best video game duo once again. Now, I wanted to review a game for a video to, switch things up a bit. And for my first review, I could not think of a better game to choose than Banjo-Kazooie on the Nintendo 64. And the Xbox 360 and One. Thanks, Microsoft, for making that more complicated. Banjo-Kazooie is an N64 platformer from an age of hundreds of N64 platformers. So, what makes this game stand out so much, you ask? Charm. Charm is what makes this game so memorable. Everything about it screams charm, from its music, to its characters, to its levels, everything. Charm is what makes a game memorable, at least for me. And, well, Banjo has more than enough of that. But, as I always say, a game is just as good as its protagonist. And luckily, Banjo and Kazooie are the best gaming protagonists I've ever had the pleasure of playing as. They're such a great duo that work off each other so well in both gameplay and dialogue. And that's something that I don't think a gaming duo has ever done as well since. Banjo-Kazooie is a charming game, but how does the gameplay hold up? Well, take a wild fucking guess, it's great. Banjo is a 3D platformer, so, I already like it. But on top of it being my favorite genre, it just does so much right. It has you running around collecting things like any normal collectathon, but the things you're collecting feel like they have purpose, which, makes the collectibles actually fun to collect. Because in games like Donkey Kong 64, it feels like I'm collecting things just for the sake of collecting things, but that's a whole different can of worms I won't get into. Banjo's collectibles are simply fun to collect, which is the best thing you can have in a collectathon, really. But what does it matter if the collectibles are fun? That doesn't really matter if the levels aren't well designed. Oh, wait, no, those are also on point too. Banjo has such good levels, it's fucking insane. Instead of having several, climb up here and over and over again stages like in Mario 64, Banjo has all open sandbox levels, so think the best level from Super Mario 64, but better, and there's more of them. Each one is a joy, from the jolly first steps of Mumbo's Mountain to the treacherous engine room of Rusty Bucket Bay. Banjo has great levels and great things in those levels, but what do you need to connect all of that? Well, to connect the world together, you gotta have some fun characters to link everything. And Banjo's characters, holy shit, they're good. Now, this pretty much ties back to the charm thing from earlier, but for the love of Ape, all the characters are so great. I mean, yes, they're simple, but they don't need to be super complex. They're funny, they're charming, they're well designed, and oh boy, do they fucking speak. I'm surprised I've gone this long without talking about it, but all the characters in this game speak in choppy gibberish that's still so dumb to this very day, but I fucking adore it. Something about the incoherent babbling from these characters makes them so memorable. I mean, Who needs to remember a voice when I can remember a bunch of sounds, right? But anyway, Banjo's characters are written and designed amazingly. Now, I guess I've been really fanboying over this game from the 90s, huh? Well, I guess it wouldn't be fair if I heard some opposing opinions, right? Well, luckily for me, I can do what I always do in my video. Get other people to do the work for me. Here are what some other people think about Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay. So my opinion on Banjo-Kazooie. It is the best. It is the best game. I can't read this handwriting. Oh, he left. I don't know. I kind of like the game.
I've never played it, and I never will.
Ah yes, Banjo-Kazooie, the first game I have ever 100%ed, and man, my nuts are gone! They're busted.
Never played it, but it seems cool.
Hey guys, Yandere Dev here, and today I'm talking about one of my favorite games, Banjo-Kazooie for the Nintendo 60. Yeah, Dad! Yeah, I'm coding! Sorry about that. I love Banjo-Kazooie. I love shifting Sandland, and I hate emails.
Oi oi oi, what's all this then? Is that Banjo-Kazooie, did you say? Ah, the game made by British people. Reason number one to like it. However, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to convince you to buy the game because Sully's already paid me enough money. Yeah, no, seriously, Banjo-Kazooie, amazing game, you know, fun characters, great level design. You know, it's got everything. Voice acting, even though it's non-existent, I still love Banjo's voice. Seriously, if there's one game on the N64 I recommend, it's Banjo-Kazooie. There's nothing else I can tell you to play. Yeah.
Go nuts.
Banjo and Kazooie is real good, yes. The barrel bird are super funny times. The golden Buzzy are so shiny, and Gruntilda the Beach is my favorite villain ever. Much better than a Master Chief, yes.
Banjo and Kazooie are by far the greatest game in all history. Forget the Ice Climbers, forget Duck Hunt. Banjo and Kazooie are the greatest duo. No, I think they're the greatest icon of the gaming community.
Banjo-Kazooie is a very good game. It came out in 1998. It's a 4.7 out of 5. It's a very good game. Play it or it'll beat you over the head with a rusty shovel.
Banjo-Kazooie is a game I definitely played, and I'm not tied up in a basement, and Sully does not have a gun to my head.
So, yeah, that pretty much wraps up my thoughts about Banjo-Kazooie. This game fucking rocks, and if you haven't played it, then do that. Sakurai said so. I'm sure most of this video was just me fanboying over my furry boomer game, but it's my video. I can do whatever the fuck I want. But what I care about, however, is your feedback. Fucking epic segue. This style of video is obviously very different from my usual style, if I even have a usual style. It's just kind of a hosh-posh of shit. And, well, it took forever to edit and make in general. This is probably, like, the 4th time I've done this voiceover, but I really hope y'all like it. If this style ends up working out, then the next video is going to be on my favorite racing game. Diddy Kong Racing. Oh, wait, why is everyone gone? Hey, big thanks to you for watching the entirety of this video. This took a absurd amount of time to make, and, you know, the voiceover did not come out very well. But, you know, shut up. I'd like to thank a few people, at bfishprod on twitter.com for making the fucking amazing art for the thumbnail and also just used in this video. I want to thank Captain Spankums for helping me with the script and giving the audio, as well as Tylai, MJ Blitz, Quaztech, NenIDC, Theo, Defenstration, Piggyman Gaming, I think that's, oh, yes, Quaztech, of course. Wait, I already said Quaztech, I think. Fuck it. I don't care. Just thanks to everybody who helped out with this video. It means a lot. Hopefully, if this goes well, I can make more of these videos. I don't know. Who fucking cares? Joe Nuts.